Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Oh dear, it all went live today. It all went up on the actual YouTube thing for public viewing. So, you know, it's a bit scary. But anyway, it's done now. So people can either watch them or they can't. And they may make nasty comments, but there's nothing I can do about that. Anyway, well, I shouldn't be so negative. I'm sure people won't. Right, so these are all Glitterbels products. I've used their extreme length tips as usual, glued them on. Now I'm just doing the clear base. I haven't got it quite so fast today, so it's not going to look so manic. There are faster bits in it just to speed things up a bit because it was turning into quite a long video. So this is Glass Slippers and my Aqua size 14 brush from Glitter Planet. So that's the only thing that I don't have from Glitterbels. Just tucking it in at the cuticle, pulling it down. And now I'm going to do a smile line. And this is Pink Opal, my absolute fave. Tucking it in at the cuticle, pulling it down, shaping it round into that oval nail shape. Just sort of flattening it off a bit. I'm going to put a bit more on there because there isn't really enough. And I'm going to put shell around this, but I still feel that I didn't put it quite high enough. So at the end I put gems around the smile line because I wasn't totally happy with it. It really wasn't that bad. But I felt at the time that it was a bit bitty around the edge. And I thought, oh, I don't know, should I leave it? And then I thought, oh no, let's put gems on. Sorry about the door slamming and the keys rattling. It's not me. Just putting a light cover in, a pink opal there. And again on here, this is going to have glitter. And so is this one. Tucking it in, pulling it down. And this is Rosy Pink Pigment from Glitterati, and it is a pigment powder, and I've mixed it with acrylic, with Glass Slippers, the clear acrylic. And I don't need that too thick because I'm going to go over the top of that with Lilac Crush glitter from Glitterbels, and then I'm going to go over the top of that with a rose gold glitter that came in a stacker from Glitterati with all different size glitters of rose gold. They're all in there, everything from fine to super duper chunky. So I'm going to go back to the index finger after this one. I'm using the Red Iguana. Oh, it's a full hand in April. That's the colouring. I think the lady that makes them, she is April. So that's Lilac Crush. I don't know what it was with that down that side there, but that was just doing my head in, that was. I did have to keep poking my thumb down there to get it out. If you want to comment, say you really shouldn't do that, please do. Probably not going to take any notice. Oh, I can't help it. I just do that. Spread that glitter out a bit. Bring it down the nail. Just really gently. And now for the rose gold glitter. Just going to dot that about on top. I wanted a final colour that was a combination of the shell colour that I've used on the middle finger and the other shell colour that I've used for the smile line. And these colours together, of these glitters, just sort of gave me a combination of the two colours. So they worked quite nicely together. Pulling it down. A bit more on there. I just keep adding it. And here, oh, look at this. They are so lovely. And they've got a sticky back. You have to peel them off there, which I've obviously already done that. You peel them off their backing and they're sticky. I had to slide that out because it kept moving. And now I've turned it over and I'm just trimming up the back. And if that was a client, obviously you just turn their hand over so you can trim that up. And I've got to push it right down to get it stuck right on there. And I'm putting some flakes because I wanted to cover the edge up. I didn't want such a straight, harsh edge, but you sort of can still see that edge. It's coming unstuck a little bit. It does stick really well, but I probably got maybe a bit of dust on the back. Because with the smile line, when I put the shell on that, I ended up gluing it on because it wasn't, and that definitely, I did get a bit of dust on the back of that. And then I just use that bit down there, again, just to kind of cover the edge. So I've just put a little bit of clear acrylic on the nail, and then just that would just stick to it. And now I'm capping in clear. Down, putting it down, keeping it in at the edges so I don't lose too much of the shape, and then you don't have too much work to do at the end. Just needed a bit more on there. I haven't shown all the capping. I'm going to put a bit more on there, yep. But the colour already looks different. Just putting the clear acrylic over the top. And just a little bit more on that one. Oh, I love that shell. Look at that. And obviously you can't even see it properly at the moment because it hasn't been filed and top coated. Now, here we go. I've got to give it a little trim up. And I'll do, I'll push it right down. And I keep pushing it and it won't stick. I think it was at this point I thought, yeah, here we go, get the glue out. That's the Nail Make glue that I use to glue the tips on. I use that as well sometimes for gems. I don't always use the Chiara Sky Dip base. That Nail Make glue from Glitter Planet, it dries so fast. On, and that bit's come off. So now I'm going to glue that on. God, could you imagine if I hadn't sped this up? And then we go for a few flakes to fill in the gaps. There we go, and I've taken it out there to trim the back up, and then we just cut to clear capping because it was all getting too painful to watch. Bit more on there, up at the cuticle. And filing. Just going over the top with my, well, it was a coarse, I say this in every video, it was coarse drill bit, but it's now about a medium, and that's the only reason I hang on to it really, because it would be okay for taking off gel polish, and it would be okay just to take a tad off the top, which is all I'm doing. Oh, I can see that shell under there. Go over the top, down the top, make sure it's all even. I really did not, and oh, and I've got a load of that shell kind of overlapping underneath, so I'm just going to file that away. Bit under there, get rid of that. Pinky out of shot. Oh, brought it back in. And now for the hand filing with the Gushbells metal file board and the 100 grit, which you can see there quite clearly, 100 grit refill. And I always do the sidewalls there, make sure they're nice and straight. And then slightly over the side there, over the top, free edge. I always turn it round if it's a real person to make sure they're nicely shaped from the client's view. And then on this bit, I do actually freeze it in a minute so you can see this little sticky out bit, because it's only the smallest little bit. But if you had that on the nail, when you turn that round to look at it from the client's view, it would really, really change the shape of the nail for such a small little area. And you're going to see that any minute now. As I turn that, see there? See that bit that sticks out? And I'm going to get rid of that by filing underneath. And there, that will make all the difference. And now I've got a load of little bitty bits under there, but I'll get rid of them with those bits there. I'll get rid of them with the arbor band. And here's the, oh, you're going to see, oh my God, that's my nail. Doesn't it look hideous? I'm so sorry. But I was just proving that you can go around, right around the cuticle, really close up, really push into that cuticle with a 180 grit, medium grit that is, arbor band, and it won't hurt. and you won't bleed. You know, you're not going to make anyone bleed, you're not going to hurt them, you're not going to cut the skin, but it will get rid of any of those bits around the cuticle. And I'm getting under there to that bit that I tweaked. Oh, top coat. Don't we all just love the top coat reveal? Oh, I love it. Glitterbell's No Wipe top coat. Oh, I couldn't even leave the camera on that smile line. I looked at it, I clocked it, and I thought, oh dear, it's not perfect. And I've got a bit of glitter on there. I think it's glitter, I don't know. Gems. Hiding up that smile line that I wasn't happy with. But I actually really like the gems on there, so I was quite happy with that. I'm going to pop one on there. And I'm going to pop one on the little finger. And thank you all so much for watching. There's the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like and share. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.